Hello and welcome to Tia's Soap History. I am so excited about the new soap. Many of you have heard about it. It's called Beyond the Gates and it's on CBS. It's the first soap in, oh my gosh, it had to be over 30 years. I remember in 2011 when All My Children and One Life to Live was canceled and we were left with just The Bold and the Beautiful, The Young and the Restless, Days of Our Lives, and General Hospital. So for soap fans like myself, it's so exciting to, oh, I forgot, and Guiding Light, that was canceled as well. So again, like I said, so excited about the new soap. And today I just want to run through the characters so that you have an idea of the characters and kind of like their backstory. And then we can go from there in regards to recapping it, because you got to first know the stories and the characters before we can begin to recap. There are like 3 major families on the Beyond the Gates soap, and some of the people that have been casted are old soap faves, so that's always a plus. The first family I want to talk about is the Duprees. You have Anita Dupree, who is played by Tamara Tunie, and if you are an old CBS fan, oh my gosh, I forgot about As the World Turns. And Tamara her character was Jessica Griffin on As the World Turns. And if many of you who watch Law and Order, SVU, you may have seen her there as the coroner. And I don't know why her name is slipping me, but Anita has 2 daughters with her husband Vernon. And she's a ex-singer. And she's from Chicago. She's elegant but tough. And so really excited about her character. Vernon Dupree is her husband, who is played by Clifton Davis. And many of you may know Clifton from, well, I'm a Gen Xer, and he was on a show called Amen back in the day with George Jefferson, Sherman Hemsley. Love that show. In Beyond the Gates, Vernon is a retired senator. He was once at the forefront of the civil rights movement. And he's Jessica's husband as well as the father of their 2 daughters. Next, we have Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson, who is played by Daphne Dupleix. I believe that's how you say her last name. And she's Anita's and Vernon's daughter. Nicole is high achieving. She's a competitive philanthropist and psychiatrist, and she's married to a surgeon. Now, Daphne is a alumni of One Life to Live. She played Rachel Gannon. Next, we have Danny Dupree, who's played by Carla Mosley. And many of you may remember Carla from Guiding Light. She played Christina Boudreau, and she also was on Bold and the Beautiful as Maya Avant. So Danny is a former model turned momager who gave up her career for love. And Danny is characterized as a wild child and very fun and kind of impulsive. So I'm excited about her character. I loved Carla in both Guiding Light and Bold and the Beautiful. The next family we have is the Richardsons. Ted Richardson, who is played by Maurice Johnson, is a plastic surgeon with an ultra-exclusive private practice. Ted is the husband of Dr. Nicole Dupree Richardson and the father of Martin and Catherine. Next, we have Martin Richardson, played by Brandon Claiborne. Martin is Nicole and Ted's son and the older brother of Catherine, whose nickname is Cat. Martin is a congressman. He lives outside the gates in a Washington, D.C. brownstone that he shares with his husband and their 2 adopted children. Brandon is a General Hospital alumni. He played the physical therapist of Curtis Ashford. So next we have Catherine Cat Richardson, who's played by Kobe Muhammad. And Cat is Nicole and Ted's miracle baby and Martin's little sister. She resides in her parents' guest house, and she's spoiled, she's entitled, and dismissive of those who she considers beneath her. Next, we have Andre Hamilton, who's played by Sean Freeman. Andre is Ted's sophisticated nephew. Andre lost his parents in a plane crash and inherited a double fortune. He leads a blissful life as a photographer and a playboy. The next family we have is the Hamiltons. And we have Bill Hamilton, who's played by Timon Kyle Durrett. And Bill is Danny's former husband and father to Naomi and Chelsea. He's an opportunist and a publicity hound and narcissist, according to Danny. Bill is charismatic and calculated. He's a criminal defense attorney. He's well connected and gets what he wants by any means necessary. Next, we have Naomi Hamilton Hawthorne, played by Ariel Preppitt. Naomi is Danny and Bill's oldest daughter and Chelsea's older sister. She lives outside the gates in Washington, D.C. She's smart and she serves as a civil attorney. She has a singing voice. She gets that from her grandmother, Anita, who she has a special bond with. Next, we have Chelsea Hamilton, who's played by Ronnie Rose Mantilla. Chelsea is Danny and Bill's daughter and Naomi's younger sister. She's a social media influencer and a high fashion model. Her career was guided by her former model mom, and Chelsea's wealth allows her to follow her dream of designing a line of purse and building her brand, as well as enjoying the good things in life. Next, we have Haley Lawson, who's played by Marquita Goins. Haley is Bill's new fiance and a paralegal at his firm. Haley is gorgeous, intelligent, and witty. She's considered a husband stealer and tramp in Danny's circle. Next, we have the Thomases. Dana Leslie Thomas is played by Trisha Mann Grant. Dana is a longtime waitress and bartender, and Leslie is Eva's mother. Although intense, considered not to be wrapped too tight. Next, we have Eva Thomas, who's played by Amber Michelle, and she's Leslie's daughter and Nicole's new assistant. Eva has her own intensity and purpose. Jacob Haythorne, who's played by Jabri Horges. He's a robbery and homicide detective with the Metropolitan Police Department of D.C. Jacob comes from a family of law enforcement. He's proud of his wife Naomi and devoted to serving the community and seeking justice for victims. Next, we have Bradley Smitty Smith, who's played by Mike Manning. Bradley is a house husband who's raised his teenage children, Tyrell and Samantha. Bradley is eager to revive his career as a reporter. And Mike is a alumni of Days of Our Lives. He played Charlie. Next, we have Vanessa McBride, who's played by Lauren Bugaloli. She's a high-end real estate agency owner who specializes in luxury property. Vanessa is Nicole's best friend and Danny's neighbor. She's the mother of twins, and she's stuck in a loveless marriage with her high school sweetheart. Next, we have Ashley Morgan, who's played by Jen Jacob. Ashley is Naomi's best friend and the only child of a young single mother. She's positive, cheerful, and independent. She works as a nurse at Washington, D.C.'s Garland Memorial Hospital. Next, we have Derek Baldwin, who's played by Ben Gavin. He's a devoted firefighter and Jacob's best friend. Derek is in a relationship with Ashley. Next, we have Tomas. Tom is his nickname, Navarro, who's played by Alex Alegria. Tomas is a handsome and confident young attorney at Bill's law firm, and Tomas has an eye for cat. Next, we have Joey Armstrong, who is played by John Lindstrom. Joey is a charming casino owner from the other side of the tracks. And Joey owns a casino, and he used to play, now he's a soap alumni. He played Ryan Chamberlain and Kevin Collins on General Hospital as Craig Montgomery on As the World Turns. Next, we have Pamela Curtis, who is played by Katie McLean. And Pamela is Danny's best friend. And Katie is definitely a soap veteran. She played on All My Children as Dixie Cooney Martin. And on As the World Turned as Rosanna Cabot. And The Young and the Restless, where she played Kelly Andrews. Oh, and Days, where she played Jennifer Horton Devereaux. So 4 soaps. And that is the cast of Beyond the Gates. So I can't wait to start recapping. The next video, I'll probably just do a week of recapping because it's a new soap and you don't want to start off day by day. That gets kind of redundant. So we'll just recap the week and go from there.